County Public School District connect to better broadband service in order to receive online health care, access to education, and more. In the Wise County School District, where lack of broadband access is particularly prevalent in the mountainous regions, SpaceX connected 45 student homes last year with Starlink internet. And now, after their first year of service, we're happy to report that they're adding connectivity for 315 additional student homes across Wise County and Appalachia. Now we're currently T-minus 4 minutes and about 35 seconds from liftoff of our first Starlink launch of 2022. And Falcon 9 is progressing into the final stages of the launch countdown.
Strong back retract has started.
And we just heard a call out for a strong back retract. That is the trusted structure next to the vehicle, which we call the transport erector, or TE. And what it's going to do is it's going to start to retract away from the vehicle. But in preparation for that, we do open the clamp arms that you can see kind of near the bottom of that fairing on your screen. Once those clamp arms are open, the transport erector will begin to pull away from the rocket slightly. And you can see it, it's very slight at the bottom of your screen. Those clamp arms are opening up there. We should see the TE start to retract here shortly, and there it is. It's very slow and steady, but it is moving back away from the vehicle there. The TE is the structure that provides liquids, gases, electrical connections to the second stage, as well as air conditioning to the payload fairing. Again, this TE retracting away helps to clear the way for the vehicle as it lifts off. And it looks like the TE retraction has completed.
Stage 1 LOX load complete.
And we also heard the call out for LOX load on first stage completion. So at this point in the countdown, both the first and second stages are nearly fully loaded with 1 million pounds of kerosene fuel and liquid oxygen. And those white clouds that you can see on your screen around Falcon 9 are created when the propellant oxidizer, the super chilled liquid oxygen, comes in contact with that warmer, humid ambient air, basically densifies the
Stage 2
air.
LOX throttle back.
Now, both first and second stage are finishing up prop loading. Actually, first stage has completed at T-minus 3 minutes, and second stage will complete at T-minus 2 minutes, coming up here in about 15 seconds. And at T-minus 60 seconds, Falcon 9 will be in startup. That means that the rocket's autonomous internal flight computers have taken over the launch countdown. And then just inside T-minus 2 seconds, we light the Merlin M1D engines. And we just heard that call out that the stage 2 LOX load is now complete. Now the Starlink payload continues to be healthy, and the Falcon 9 team is tracking no issues on the rocket. Weather is looking amazing over there in Florida, as you can see on your screen. The range is green for launch, and at T-minus 1 minute and 23 seconds, let's listen into the terminal countdown.
Falcon 9 can start up.
call out. Falcon 9's autonomous internal flight computers have now taken over the launch countdown, just awaiting the final go from the launch director.
LD, go for launch.
And great news, we are go for an on-time liftoff. Let's listen into the terminal count and watch as Falcon 9 takes our 49 Starlink satellites into a 53-degree south inclination orbit.
T-minus 30 seconds. startup.
There's that call out that the landing burn has begun on first stage. And it looks like we have a live view of the drone ship.
Landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing is deployed.
And we have touchdown of Falcon 9. And through the cheering, we also heard that call out for SECO 1, which is great news. Our booster landing today marks our 101st overall successful recovery of a first stage and 134th successful flight of a Falcon 9 first stage. We also heard a nominal orbital insertion for stage 2. So with that call out, next up,
loss of signal, Cape.
Next up will be payload deploy of our 49 Starlink satellites. Now today's launch marks the
Expected loss of signal, Bermuda.
Today's launch marks the first East Coast launch to a 53-degree south inclination. We're flying in the south degree trajectory to increase recovery weather availability for both the booster and fairing halves during the winter months. And we are waiting for the deployment of our 49 Starlink satellites, which is scheduled to occur about 6 minutes from now. But as I mentioned, we won't have live audio or visual confirmation of payload deployment due to the lack of ground station coverage. We will acquire signal with our ground station in Kodiak, Alaska at T plus 1 hour and 20 minutes. So for those of you interested, we will keep the audio-only countdown nets up on our YouTube channel, and we'll confirm successful payload deployment on our social channels. Now with that, we'll be bringing our webcast to a close for today. Thank you for joining us for the first launch of 2022 and our 35th launch of Starlink to date. A big thank you to the Range and Federal Aviation Administration for supporting today's mission. If you're interested in signing up for Starlink service, head over to starlink.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.